Have you ever walked into a room and completely forgotten why you were there? Or maybe you've caught yourself feeling exhausted after just walking up a flight of stairs. If you're a woman over 60, you're probably nodding right now because these moments are becoming more familiar than you'd like them to be. Here's the truth that nobody wants to talk about. Aging isn't just about getting a few wrinkles or needing reading glasses. There are real physical and emotional changes that happen to your body and mind, and they can catch you completely off guard. You might feel like you're the only one experiencing these things, but I promise you, you're not alone. Millions of women are going through exactly what you're going through right now. The good news? Once you understand what's happening and why, you can take real action to manage it. You're not powerless in this journey. You just need the right information and the right tools. That's exactly what we're going to explore today. And today, we're diving into 10 things that many seniors experience as they age that nobody really warns you about. But we're not just going to talk about the problems. We're going to give you actual, practical solutions that you can start using right now. Whether it's memory issues, energy levels, changes in your body, or emotional shifts, by the end of this video, you'll feel more confident about navigating this chapter of your life. So stick with me, because your quality of life is about to get a whole lot better. Number 1, forgetting names and important details. Think about the last time you ran into someone you should have known. Maybe it was at the grocery store, church, or your favorite coffee shop. You recognize their face immediately, but their name? Completely blank. It's one of the most frustrating experiences, and it happens to so many of us. This is something that's been happening to women over 60 more and more frequently, and honestly, it's totally normal. Your brain isn't broken, it's just changing. As we age, our memory consolidation process works a little differently. Information that used to stick like glue suddenly needs a little extra help to stay put. The really good news is that this is absolutely manageable. You have more power over this than you think. Here's what actually works. First, try writing things down. I know it sounds simple, but there's real science behind it. When you physically write down someone's name along with one personal detail about them, your brain engages in a way that helps you remember. It's not just about writing, it's about the act of writing that creates the memory. Second, create a system. You could keep a small notebook in your purse, or if you're tech-savvy, you could use your phone's Notes app. When you meet someone new, jot down their name and something memorable about them. Maybe Claire from yoga class, or Tom with the golden retriever. When you know you're going to see certain people regularly, take a quick look at your notes before you see them. It's like giving your brain a little reminder. Third, don't be afraid to ask. Most people actually appreciate it when you ask for their name again. It shows that you care enough to want to get it right. Plus, people generally understand that memory isn't as sharp as it used to be. You're not doing anything wrong. And here's something psychological that really helps. When you do remember someone's name, write it down immediately and celebrate that small win. Your brain learns from positive reinforcement, and you'll find that over time, your memory improves. Number 2. Sudden exhaustion that comes out of nowhere. You wake up and you feel okay. You're not sick, you slept well, but by 10 a.m., you're absolutely exhausted. Or maybe you went to the grocery store, ran some errands, and now you feel like you could sleep for 3 days. This kind of exhaustion is different from normal tiredness. It's debilitating, and it doesn't make sense to you. Welcome to something that happens to almost every woman over 60. Unexpected fatigue that shows up without warning. Your energy levels just aren't what they used to be, and you might feel like you've lost control of your own body. The reason this happens is multifaceted. As we age, our bodies become less efficient at converting food into energy. Our metabolism slows down, our muscles work a little harder to do the same tasks, and we're using more energy to just function than we used to. But here's the empowering part. You can actually do a lot to manage this. Here's your action plan. Start with pacing. Instead of trying to do everything in one big push, spread your tasks throughout the day. If you have 3 errands to run, don't do them all at once. Go out, Come home, rest for 30 minutes, then do the next thing. It might feel less efficient, but you'll actually get more done overall because you won't completely crash. Next, focus on nutrition. Small, frequent meals with balanced nutrition keep your energy stable. Think of your body like a car. You need consistent fuel, not empty tank followed by a full tank. Include protein with every meal because protein takes longer to digest and provides steady energy. Carbs are good too, but pair them with protein or healthy fat. Hydration is critical, and this is where many women go wrong. By the time you feel thirsty, you're already slightly dehydrated, which directly impacts energy levels. Aim to drink water throughout the day consistently, not just when you're thirsty. Sleep quality matters enormously. Even if you're sleeping 8 hours, if the quality's poor, you'll still be exhausted. We'll talk more about sleep separately, but make sure you're getting genuinely restful sleep. And here's something really important. Listen to your body when it says it needs rest. If you feel that afternoon fatigue creeping in, take a 20-minute power nap. You're not lazy, you're being smart about your energy management. Number 3. Unexpected weight gain despite no change in activity. You're doing everything the same way you did 5 years ago. You're still active, you're eating similarly, but somehow the scale keeps creeping up. Your clothes are getting tighter and nothing makes sense. This is incredibly frustrating because you feel like you're being punished for simply aging. This happens because your metabolism naturally slows down as you age. It's not your fault, and it's not because you're doing anything wrong. It's just biology. After menopause, the shift is even more dramatic because your body isn't producing hormones that help regulate metabolism and energy use. But weight gain isn't inevitable. You absolutely can manage this effectively. Here's what actually works. First, adjust your calorie intake slightly. You probably don't need as many calories as you did 10 years ago, maybe 200 to 300 fewer per day. This isn't a drastic change, but it makes a real difference over time. Second, transform the way you exercise. Instead of focusing on cardio alone, add strength training. Muscle tissue burns more calories at rest than fat tissue, so building muscle is one of the best things you can do for your metabolism. You don't need to become a bodybuilder. 2 or 3 sessions per week of resistance exercise using bands, light weights, or even your body weight is incredibly effective. Third, eat for sustained energy and satiety. Increase your fiber intake with vegetables, whole grains, and legumes. Fiber keeps you feeling full longer and helps regulate blood sugar. Include lean proteins and healthy fats. They help you feel satisfied, so you eat less overall. Fourth, move more throughout the day. You don't have to do one big workout. Take the stairs, park further away, do some gardening, take a walk during lunch. Small amounts of movement throughout the day add up. The key is seeing this as managing your changing body, not fighting against it. Your body has changed, and you need to adjust your approach. That's not failure, that's wisdom.
Number 4. Frequent doctor visits that feel overwhelming. Somewhere along the way, you went from visiting the doctor once a year to visiting multiple times a month. Blood work, checkups, screenings, managing this condition and that one. It feels like your life is now centered around medical appointments. You're tired of waiting rooms. You're tired of answering the same questions. You're tired of feeling like your health is consuming all your time. Here's the truth. Frequent checkups aren't a sign that you're failing at health. They're actually a sign that you're being smart and proactive. Regular screenings catch problems early when they're easier to treat. A blood pressure check, a cholesterol screening, or a diabetes test might save your life. But I get it, it's overwhelming, so let's make it manageable. Here's how to take control. Create a health organization system. This could be as simple as a binder or as modern as a digital folder on your phone. Keep copies of your recent test results, medication lists, and records of your appointments. This serves 2 purposes. It helps you stay organized, and it means you have information on hand when you need it. Keep a symptom and medication journal. Note any symptoms you experience, when they happen, what makes them better or worse, and what medications you're taking. Bring this to your appointments. It makes conversations with your doctor so much more efficient and useful because you're giving them real, concrete information. Make a list of questions before each appointment. You'll feel less rushed and you'll get better answers. Doctors appreciate patients who come prepared. Ask your doctors how to communicate between appointments if something comes up. Can you email, call? Having this established takes stress out of wondering whether something is worth an appointment. And here's something nobody tells you. Your doctors actually want you healthy and managing this well. They're your partners, not your enemies. Regular visits are part of keeping you vibrant and active for as long as possible. Number 5. Decline in memory and focus. Reading used to be your escape. You could lose yourself in a book for hours. Now you read the same paragraph 3 times because you can't remember what you just read. Or you're trying to follow a conversation with your grandkids and you lose the thread halfway through. Your mind doesn't feel as sharp, and it's troubling. This is such a common experience for women over 60. And yes, some cognitive changes happen as we age. But here's the thing. Decline isn't inevitable, and you have tremendous power to keep your mind sharp. The science is clear. Brain health depends on use. If you're not challenging your brain, it will decline. If you are, it stays vibrant and capable. Here's your plan. Engage in activities that challenge your brain in new ways. Puzzles, crosswords, word games, learning a new skill, these aren't just hobbies, they're brain medicine. When you do something new and challenging, you're literally creating new neural pathways. Your brain becomes more resilient and better at retaining information. Reading in shorter sessions sometimes helps. Instead of trying to read for 2 hours, try reading for 20 minutes. Take a break, come back. You'll actually comprehend more, and over time, your ability to focus will improve. Learn something completely new. That painting class you've always wanted to take? The language you've wanted to learn? Do it. New learning is one of the most powerful things for maintaining cognitive function. Stay socially engaged. Conversation is a brain workout. Meaningful social interaction actually improves memory and cognitive function. Don't forget the basics. Sleep quality, exercise, and nutrition all directly impact cognitive function. A brain that's well rested, oxygenated from exercise, and properly nourished performs dramatically better. And be gentle with yourself. Some memory changes are totally normal. You're not losing your mind, you're just aging. With these strategies, you'll notice improvement in your focus and memory within weeks.
Number 6. Loneliness and shrinking social circles. Your best friend moved to be closer to her grandkids. Another friend is dealing with her own health issues and can't get out much. Someone you've known for 30 years has passed away. Slowly, imperceptibly, your social circle has shrunk, and now you find yourself feeling isolated in a way you never expected. Loneliness is one of the most underestimated challenges of aging, and it's serious. Loneliness is actually linked to increased health risks. It affects your immune system, your mental health, and your longevity. But here's the positive part. Loneliness is absolutely solvable. Here's how to build connection. First, recognize that you might need to be intentional about building your social life in ways you never had to before. That's not sad, that's just the reality. You have to actively create opportunities for connection. Look for local groups that align with your interests. Book clubs, gardening groups, craft circles, walking groups, cooking classes. These exist specifically for people who want to connect. You don't have to be an extrovert to enjoy these. You just have to show up a few times until you find your people. If getting out is difficult due to mobility or other challenges, technology can be your friend. There are online book clubs, virtual fitness classes, online bridge games, and communities based around shared interests. You can connect with people from your home in your pajamas if you want to. Volunteer. This is one of the most underrated solutions for loneliness. Volunteering gives you purpose, keeps you active, and puts you around other people working towards something meaningful. It's connection with a built-in purpose. Invest in deeper friendships. You don't need dozens of friends, you need a few meaningful connections. Focus on the friendships you have and deepen them. Call someone once a week, have someone over for coffee, send a thoughtful message. Join your faith community if you have one. These organizations are often very good at creating community and connection for older adults. The truth is that connection is one of the most important factors in living a long, healthy, happy life. Invest in it. Your health depends on it. Number 7. Loss of mobility and flexibility. Bending down to pick something up off the floor is now a major undertaking. A walk around the block leaves you stiff. Climbing stairs is harder. Your body just doesn't move the way it used to, and it's frustrating and sometimes scary. The good news is that most of this isn't permanent decline, it's deconditioning. When we don't use our muscles and flexibility, they atrophy. But the incredible thing is that they respond quickly to use. Your body can become more mobile and flexible at any age. Here is your mobility plan. Stretching is your friend. Spend just 10 minutes every morning doing gentle stretching. Focus on your hamstrings, hip flexors, shoulders, and lower back, the areas where most people lose mobility. You'll be amazed at how quickly you improve. Add strength training, particularly for your legs and core. These are the muscles that support you when you move and keep you stable and safe. Body weight exercises, resistance bands, or light weights all work beautifully. You need to do this just 2 or 3 times per week. Try activities like yoga or Pilates that specifically build flexibility and strength. These are low impact and perfect for aging bodies. Walk daily. Even a 20-minute walk has enormous benefits for mobility and overall health. Listen to your body. Don't push through sharp pain, but do push through the discomfort of using muscles you haven't used in a while. There's a difference, and you know your body. If you have specific mobility problems, consider physical therapy. A good physical therapist can give you specific exercises that address your particular issues. The key here is consistency over intensity. A little bit of movement every single day is better than occasional intense effort. You'll see real improvement in your ability to move freely within just a few weeks.
Number 8. Sleep difficulties that leave you exhausted. You're lying in bed at midnight, wide awake, even though you're exhausted. Or you fall asleep fine, but wake up at 3 a.m. and can't fall back asleep. You're getting 7 or 8 hours in bed, but you're not sleeping. You wake up feeling like you never slept at all, and during the day, the exhaustion is crushing. Sleep changes are incredibly common as we age, but they're not something you have to accept. You can absolutely improve your sleep quality. Here's your sleep restoration plan. Create a consistent sleep schedule. Go to bed at the same time and wake up at the same time. Even on weekends, your body's internal clock needs this consistency. Within a couple of weeks, you'll notice you fall asleep more easily. Create a sleep-friendly environment. Your bedroom should be cool. Around 65 to 68 degrees is ideal, dark and quiet. Invest in blackout curtains if you need them. White noise from a fan or white noise machine can help with any outside sounds. Establish a bedtime routine that signals to your body that it's time to wind down. This could include reading, gentle stretching, meditation, or journaling. Do something relaxing for 30 minutes before bed. Limit caffeine after 1 p.m. Caffeine has a half-life of about 5 to 6 hours, meaning if you have coffee at 3 p.m., half of it is still in your system at 8 p.m. Watch your alcohol intake. While alcohol might help you fall asleep initially, it significantly disrupts sleep quality and causes you to wake up multiple times during the night. Be careful with naps. If you're struggling with nighttime sleep, limit daytime naps to 20 to 30 minutes in the early afternoon. If racing thoughts keep you awake, keep a journal by your bed. Write down what's on your mind, which helps get it out of your head and onto paper so you can address it tomorrow. And if you've tried everything and still can't sleep, talk to your doctor. Sometimes there are underlying issues like sleep apnea, restless leg syndrome, or hormonal issues that can be addressed with professional help. There's no shame in seeking help. Sleep is too important. Number 9. Changes in vision and hearing. You're reaching for your glasses more and more. You're having trouble following conversations in noisy restaurants. The world is getting a little hazier and quieter, and it's making you feel disconnected and frustrated. Changes in vision and hearing are some of the most common age-related shifts, and they can have a big impact on your quality of life, but they're very manageable. Here's what to do. First, get regular eye exams. I'm talking about every year or every other year.
Your eyesight prescription can change, and other things can be happening that need attention. Updated glasses can make a tremendous difference. You might be surprised how much better the world looks when you have the right prescription. Similarly, get your hearing checked. Regular hearing tests can catch problems early. If you do have hearing loss, modern hearing aids are incredible. They're small, discreet, and they work so well. There's absolutely no shame in wearing them. They're a tool that helps you stay connected to the people and world around you. If you're not ready for hearing aids but are having trouble hearing in specific situations, there are other options. Certain smartphone apps can amplify sound. Some restaurants can provide hearing loops or other solutions. Ask about accommodations. Don't isolate because of these changes. Vision and hearing loss can make people feel self-conscious and tempted to withdraw from social situations. Don't let this happen. Communicate with people about what you need. Let them know if you need them to face you when they talk, or if you'd prefer a quieter restaurant. Most people are happy to accommodate. The key is addressing these changes directly and not letting them limit your engagement with life.
Number 10. Increased sensitivity to temperature. You're cold when everyone else is comfortable, or you're overheating when others are fine. A temperature that used to feel pleasant now feels unbearable. This might seem minor, but it actually impacts your comfort and well-being significantly. Temperature regulation changes as we age because of shifts in metabolism and changes in how your body responds to temperature. But there are practical solutions. Here's how to stay comfortable. Dress in layers. This is the most important strategy. When you wear layers, you can add or remove them as needed throughout the day. Even if the temperature stays the same, your body might need different things at different times. Choose fabrics wisely. In warm weather, choose lightweight, breathable, moisture-wicking fabrics. In cool weather, choose fabrics like wool or fleece that insulate well. Use tools to adjust your environment. A heating pad under a blanket can provide warmth without heating the whole house. Fans can provide cooling in summer. Strategic placement of a space heater in one room is more efficient than heating your whole home. At bedtime, use blankets you can adjust. Maybe you need a light blanket in summer, but add layers as the night cools. This flexibility helps you sleep better. Remember that temperature sensitivity isn't just about comfort, it affects your health too. Being too cold can lead to decreased activity. Being too hot can be genuinely dangerous, especially in extreme heat. Taking this seriously is smart self-care. We've covered a lot of ground today, and I hope you're feeling less alone in what you're experiencing. These 10 things, forgetting names, exhaustion, weight changes, doctor visits, memory issues, loneliness, mobility loss, sleep trouble, vision and hearing changes, and temperature sensitivity, they're not failures on your part. They're part of aging, and they're absolutely manageable. Here's what I want you to remember. Aging isn't something that happens to you, it's something you navigate. You have agency, you have choices. The strategies we've talked about today work. They're not magic fixes, but they're real, practical, science-backed approaches that genuinely improve quality of life. Start with one. Don't try to implement everything at once. Pick the challenge that bothers you most, pick 1 or 2 strategies from our discussion, and start there. You'll notice improvement within weeks. Then move on to another area. And remember that you're not alone. Millions of women over 60 in the US are experiencing exactly what you're experiencing. We're all learning how to age well, and there's no one right way to do it. But there are better ways and there are worse ways. Choose better. If this video has been helpful, I'd love for you to like it and subscribe. Share it with other women in your life who might benefit from this information. And please, comment below and let me know what's been your biggest challenge as you've aged. What strategies have worked for you? Let's build a community where we support each other through this journey. Thank you so much for being here. Take care of yourself.